What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Daniel Alvarez, a.k.a. Ringwalk. And we got a special guest in the house today, man.
Yes, we do.
This should have been an untitled episode, but due to the day and obviously we got some fights going, we're gonna have to bring you guys this treat, man. But it's definitely going to be an interesting interview. And I guess one that many entrepreneurs are going to enjoy. It's definitely the comeback story, I would say, right? But yeah, man, I'm talking about none other than James Farrell. He is the C.O.O., correct?
Yes.
Of Sprayground. But I mean, oh my God, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's crazy. Again, Danny, all phrases in life are real. See, that's just the tip of the iceberg when we're talking about this, man. I mean, you've done so many things. Yes, I've heard so much so far that, again, I feel like I don't know where to start. So I guess I have to start at the true beginning so that people listening to this understand really not only your story, but that it's possible.
Yeah.
You know it's possible that
you could take a street kid and make him into a businessman.
Exactly, man, and that you can have some up and downs and still be up.
Nah, 100%. The grass is not always cut, and you got to just think about it in that aspect, and you got to know that you're gonna have some wins, but you're gonna have a lot of losses. Mm-hmm. I guess we're on the right show to talk about wins and losses.
For real.
Being on a boxing show, but my record wouldn't be so positive. I have a lot of wins, but I have a lot of losses too. So that's the big obstacles that you have to overcome.
Do you look at them as losses or do you look at them as lessons?
I mean, both. Because everything that I was part of or that I invested in wasn't always a winner, and you got to have those ups and downs. So yeah, it's a lesson, but it's also a loss because you lost money and you lost time that you could have been doing something else, and you thought that this was gonna work, and it ended up going to the garbage.
So I was fortunate, not even my co-host is fortunate enough to hear your beginning, man. So if you can just take us, I guess, from the top, because it's a true, beginning, I mean, like bottom to top story, because you actually were like hand to hand, so to speak, in the fashion industry. Yes. But you're going to do a better job saying that.
I mean, most part, depending on the listeners, been in the game on the fashion side for over 35 years. So wow. Some people when I haven't been born, and some of the brands that I might talk about, they might be scratching their head and trying to figure out where they come from.
Exactly.
But I'm a New York, New Jersey guy. So I a lot of brands that came out of that era came through my stores or I was part of them. I don't know when we want to start talking about the brands and,
Whenever you want. I mean, because, see, it's probably like 2 years ago now or maybe 1 year, but I was privy to hear the story, from the beginning, from Passaic, the Passaic story. I don't know where you want to start.
Of course, we got to start in Jersey, home base, for 12 years I had clothing stores in Patterson. We probably was the number one street store, if we want to consider that what it was. We had every brand that you can imagine. We had it, and we had legitimate brands. But I guess it was the gift with the curse, because now you take a street guy and you put him into a work atmosphere, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. When times get slow, you gotta, you're used to living a certain lifestyle, so you go back to what you know how to do best. But I learned a format, because the statutory laws are exceeded, so I don't have to worry about that. But I took a legal game and made it into a legal game because I was paying taxes on it. And I know anybody who knows a street game, your biggest concern is, and why you go to jail is, because they can't make money on taxes. So I used to have a nice system going on. But then, of course, over the course of those 12 years, I got into the music side with groups like the Yin Yang Twins, Little Zane, Terror Squad, the list could go on. Nelly. I was gonna leave that one. That was the secret. But Nelly, yes, Nelly was my partner for.
I think that's one of the biggest because of the time, bro.
Yes. Yes, when we started Apple Bottom Jeans, and I know we're gonna jump around a little bit. It was some kids with a dream, and you think about it, the jeans were created because his sister said that no jeans fitted her body the correct way. Mm-hmm. Midwest girls had little waists and a lot of assets in the back of them. Mm-hmm. So we had to come up with a concept that would make an urban city girl look good in jeans. Prior to that, we got to say what was the jean that anybody saw a girl in and said their ass looked amazing was Levi jeans, had the perfect fit. Every Latin girl growing up in the hood, you had Levi's or you had Pepe on. Mm-hmm. And, they knew how to fit. So we had to come up with a better concept, how to make to enhance the curves but make it fashionable. And you're taking guys. And remember, a lot of these brands was started by women, but you're taking guys that we know what we want to see. Now could it translate into a business? And we had a nice 17-year run.
Damn.
That, a lot of people can't say.
Was Apple Bottom around that long?
That long.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's still around, not inside the United States. Nelly nor myself have any affiliation with it anymore, but it has grown over the course of time. So it's always good to see that your baby's still around. We just don't. She grew the nest, and she went away.
Yeah.
But Apple Bottom Jeans was a nice accomplishment. But most people also know me as AKA James Varsity. Because Varsity was probably one of the most trending sweatsuits companies through the 2000s, from Fat Joe to Eminem to D12 to 50 Cent, to the Wayne brothers to Ray Lewis, Jesse Armstead, many boxers. One by the name of Floyd Mayweather, one at the beginning of his career, Roy Jones Jr., Pernell Whitaker. So we kind of made a brand that kind of spoke for itself. Varsity, you always wanted to be on the top of the chain, and you couldn't get no higher than the varsity team when you was in athletics. Mm-hmm. So that was an amazing run.
How long did that go?
Varsity went roughly about.
Bro, I used to wear Varsity.
Probably like almost 7 years. And we had people thought it was bigger than it really was, and that's when you say some of your accomplishments. I had a lot of product placement, and I was telling them a story about I spent $1 million on doing a birthday bash in Atlanta for Varsity. We were only a company that was making $25 million. To take $1 million and say you're gonna put it into marketing for one show.
A birthday bash or a birthday bash, like the event that's in Atlanta every year.
I was the first sponsor and helped create Birthday Bash. Okay, and at that time,
and Birthday Bash is a big,
look
like
at
big.
This is a live interview, right? So Chick Chickarelli is in marketing.
Okay.
He actually created my deck. He was like, "Oh, Varsity was pretty big."
So I gave a gentleman by the name of Ludacris his first deal when he was still Chris Lover. Bone Crusher when he was still on the radio, Little John when he was still on the radio. So, I mean, me on the fashion side, I saw a lot of careers go up and down, as well as mine did. I know a lot of artists that have grown, a lot of artists have stood the test of time. We talked about it, Fab.
We was just talking about
three generations of going through the industry. People don't realize Fab's been around for a very long time and always managed to keep himself relevant. It's very few artists that can do that. Everybody else say, well, Jay-Z did that or this one, but they not at the capacity that Fab has done it, because Fab he has the kids. Jay-Z's around, but he's for our age bracket, and he grows with his fan base. But Fab always has that 13-year-old kid, 14-year-old kid still talking about him.
It's the fashion.
It's definitely the fashion.
Yeah, it's the fashion.
But that's the good thing, and he's monopolized that. But of course, you know, I was partners and dealings with Red Monkey, Azure, Royal Filth, Massive Revolution, Prohibit LRG. So
another one I used to wear. I actually still have a picture of me in the LRG sweater because it's my fat pic. I save it, not to get fat.
That ain't when you had the braids too, is it?
No. But it's definitely there with the LRG.
But yeah, and then, you know, on the music side, I fell into places that most people would die for, and I stumbled upon them. So sometimes they say you got a good heart and a good mindset. I got opportunities that some people wouldn't. Did I make all the money that I should have made? No, because I didn't sell myself out to the highest bidder. Do you look back and you ask me, did I ever have any regrets, any losses? That's a loss right there, because I could be sitting with some of my other peers that I came in the industry with and sitting in a different plateau. You know, everybody knows Damon, you know, from FUBU and, you know, Mr. Shark Tank and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about, you know, I was one of their very first stores to carry FUBU. And then I also helped him get the FUBU Platinum deal because I owned the Fat Albert license that I sold to him. So that made them their millions and put him in a different plateau. You know, so it's been a fun ride. I mean, and I got a little bit of time left. You know, I still, you know, my current situation is Sprayground. So I know a lot of people are familiar with the brand. We do have a lot of celebrities. A lot of people sometimes don't realize what Sprayground is until they realize that the shark mouth is not Bape. It's Sprayground.
I've definitely seen the shark mouth, but when they say it's Sprayground, I didn't know that was Sprayground.
Right.
And now I'm mentioning, people like, yeah, I got some Sprayground too here and there. So,
you know,
I appreciate my merch.
Yeah, nah,
sure.
you know, so, you know, Bape is a good friend of mine, and he has a Joker mouth. He has a elongated mouth. We actually have a true shark mouth from the fighter planes from the war, and that's where, you know, we want to be one of the stronger fish in the sea. We know the whale is the strongest, but we want to be the one that's the most dominant. And we can say we became the voice and urban backpack brand that replaced the Jan Sports and all of them that most kids carried, and we grew up
That's
on.
so funny.
I carry Jan Sports.
That's so funny. I remember Jan Sport. You're right. That doesn't exist anymore.
Right. I mean, they're still around, but nobody carries them because we became the cool, edgy backpack brand.
You rock JanSport if you hiking or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These days.
You know, and, you know, a lot of brands out there, you know, that start with an S. You know, I put an X across their face a lot of times. Call Supreme, you know, we can always say that majority of their spokespeople, we had them first. From Odell to 2 Chainz, you name it, they wore Sprayground before they put a Supreme bag on. But, you know, everybody has to graduate and everybody has their views when they grow. Sometimes we get, you know, we outgrow each other. You know, I always got to say thank you to, you know, Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry came into football and he signed a Sprayground deal, and he is still with Sprayground to this day. Every year we put out a backpack with him, and that shows his integrity and his, you know, he was at the top of his game for many, many years, and he could have went to anywhere else, but he stuck around.
So you had Odell and Jarvis at the same time?
Yep, it was called the Royal Family.
Yo, that's
both
nuts.
out of LSU.
Both out of LSU.
My
That's
cousin, he's an
nuts.
assistant women's basketball coach at LSU right now.
Okay.
Yo,
That's what I'm telling you guys.
it's a small world.
You let this man talk, and you're like, how is it that one man has done so much?
He owned my whole, like, I don't know what stage it is, from 15 to like 25, but he owned that whole stage of my life with the clothes and the drinks and things.
Yeah.
You got the chat.
Oh my
open?
God, that's right. You said drinks.
Yeah, so
It's so crazy. See, this is why I didn't want to have conversations before this, because now I got to bounce all over, because I know that's another, maybe it is not big for you, but you know, for people in my age bracket, like, it's like, oh wow, you are part of Hypnotic. Like, I used to drink that in the club.
That's
You
it.
know, Planet Hollywood in New York City, Sin City, like we
Yes.
talked about at the strip club, like Hypnotic was the shit. And then obviously Danny reminded everybody of Incredible Hulk, adding the Hennessy, man. So
Yes.
you have so many accomplishments.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Nah, I mean, and you think about it, what got me in the liquor game was Alizé. Alizé,
That's Pac made that famous. Don't
Yeah.
tell me. Oh man.
Yeah, so
The
Alizé,
passion.
I was part of their marketing team,
Okay.
introducing to Alizé to the hip hop community. And we started it with Birthday Bash and Summer Jams. In the Bay, it was Summer Jam, and I used to take over the green rooms, and we used to let the artists drink it for the first time, because a lot of artists didn't know what Alizé was. And I remember, you know, some people will know this, and it's not the Sean Paul from Jamaica, but the Sean Paul from Atlanta, the rapper Sean Paul.
Okay.
He got kicked out of Birthday Bash because I got him too drunk before he can go out.
Young blood. He was out of the young blood.
Yes, young bloods. Yeah. So, you know, and then again, you know, my Midwest ties were very, very strong with, you know, some people that a lot of people do know, the BMF family.
I thought you was gonna
Like a
go
big
into my
meat.
other. No, I thought it, bro. You don't know who's in this room, bro. I thought he was
I'm
gonna say
really-
his Midwest ties is James Prince.
Nah, like
That's
everything
down
he's
south,
saying
bro.
is
That's
literally
the Houston.
The Houston.
on my,
That's
my
down south.
whole era.
no, but
bro.
listen to me.
Like I'm
Listen,
Yo,
listen.
let the man talk.
No, because this
I'm
is
listening,
this
I'm
is the
listening.
this is the horrible part of this interview, is that I know so much that I need to get out. Like it's a boxing show, so I need him to tell you the story how he bought James Prince's house and then sold it to Floyd. Or I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. You tell them.
He said it the right way.
Okay,
but,
okay.
But the story of meeting Jay Prince for the very first time is
This is crazy, bro.
Jesse Armstead grew up in Houston, football player for the New York Giants. They brought me out to Houston. At that time, I had varsity. And I get a phone call saying, I want you to sponsor my boxers. And I'm like, yeah, I don't sponsor boxers anymore. I don't want to say the young man's name because he was just on your show that got knocked out that had my logo on his leg. So, but he was a heavyweight champion at the time. I don't know if everybody can guess who that was since he was just on the show.
we ain't gonna call him out.
But he did introduce me to a nice young kid named Floyd Mayweather. And
He's
Floyd
just telling us.
He
that. literally
just said
told
that
us that.
story. He just
and
said
Floyd
it.
told me when the very first time I met him, he said that I was going to be the greatest boxer in the world. And I told him I hear that every time I hear a boxer, and every time I hear I'm going to be the best. But our 20+ year relationship, he has proven me wrong time and time again. Like, to be who he was, and think about it, he didn't have a piece of candy till he was 30 years old. How can you say that?
That's crazy.
Like 30 years old. Like you guys all do boxing, and these guys have bad eating habits and stuff. And this man walks around at a fighting weight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they said I defend him so much because he was a friend. I don't defend him so much because he's a friend, because he could put his money where his mouth's at.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And
pound for
very
pound.
few people can do that.
100%.
Especially in boxing.
That's it. Like, you know, because I was from Patterson, you know, I'm gonna talk about another boxer, Omar Shika, one of the pound for pound strongest hitters, but he couldn't always back his mouth up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, I know, you know, Ray Mercer, Roy Jones, Pernell, like they all are friends and got to hang out, got to watch fights. Not so much that I was a boxing fan, but I got to watch it. I got to, and I didn't have to watch it on TV. I got to literally go to fights and see it. Sometimes you didn't know what you was. I didn't know what I was watching. I was like, I'm rooting for my friend to get his head knocked off, because I want to be the kid in the room that got your ass beat last night. Because that. You know, I was always the friend that I wasn't the yes man. So I always had in my mind that I wanted you to lose, so I have something to joke with you about.
Yeah.
Because, and we'll talk about my my other illustrious career. I dated Jocelyn James. If anybody
Oh,
didn't
that's
know.
right. That's
I
another
don't know
thing.
Jocelyn James.
Bro.
So Jocelyn James was a porn star.
I knew you was going. Okay, only one I know from maybe even their era is like Jenna Jameson.
So Janet, yeah.
That's not the same girl.
No, no.
Okay,
so
just making
so
sure.
so Jocelyn James, of course, everybody knows from the Tiger Woods scandal. She was one of the Tiger Woods girls.
Okay.
And I used to have to take jokes on tour buses, like I just slept with your girl. And I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You ain't sleeping with my girl?
I hate to Google. I gotta Google.
And I'll be like,
I
they was
got
like,
to.
yeah,
I'm doing the same thing.
yeah.
And we all are.
I'm not gonna go to Pornhub to look this up. I'm just gonna Google it.
So it used to be funny. though.
Yo, I gotta click images because everything that comes up is fucking video.
Yeah, so
Yo, that's it. My girl's gonna get me. Like, yo, why you got that in your search history?
but it used to be funny because it wasn't that they really slept with them, but they slept with them because they watched them on a video and that's what they would say.
Right.
You know, and Julie Cash.
No,
And
images
Vanessa-
are coming up of Jenna Jameson.
Now Jocelyn Joslyn
Yep.
James.
Oh, not
Googled,
C.
Oh, he Googled it real fast.
Come on,
he got
bro.
it. He got it good.
Come on, bro. I know how to do this thing.
And the good part is, you know, she's still a good friend.
No, I'm trying to just see. I'm just trying to see how you
Yeah.
got it pulled up.
But I mean, some of your new age people, Mona Divine, anybody that's in the hip hop world, Julie Cash, which is a nice household name right now, and then Vanessa Blake. But it was a fun time.
I bet.
How many lives have you lived? It was like you lived like
right?
9, 10, 11, 12 lives. You a big cat.
I lived. I can say if I died tomorrow, I had no regrets, and I had a fun ride. You know, some of my accomplishments. I put Ron Artest on the cover of Penthouse magazine.
Yeah, we were talking
You
about
know,
that. That's
the
crazy.
only second man on the cover of Penthouse magazine, and that's after his 85-game suspension, and that was his cover.
And what do you mean by I put him on the cover? What's that mean?
I was the fashion director. I negotiated a deal to get him on the cover, and it was a fun day. He wasn't gonna show up if I wasn't there. He literally was gonna bail on the cover. But it became a monumental and historic cover because for Ron Artest, that was the pivot time in his career. That was him leaving Indiana and going out to the West and becoming who he was, you know. Still, you know, he's still one of the best basketball players, you know. He's some people's era of the Dennis Rodman of
100%.
most of these kids.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, I was privileged to break urban clothing in 2002 into Playboy magazine with Redman. And we featured a line in there as long as me, because I was a backer in it, was Bloodline Clothing, which was DMX's clothing line. It never made it to the stands.
Right.
But we featured it. We featured it in Playboy. And at that time, X, the reason the brand didn't come out, and rest his soul, is he wanted to make everything that we made for humans, he wanted to make for dogs. So he says, I prefer to make a dog line than a human line because they're more honorable. And I was like, okay. Never made dog clothing, and I'm never gonna do it. But we did a couple tops, and you know,
a few.
but nah, you know, I guess the pipeline of people that I came across in my my still ongoing career has been amazing. And you know, it put me in the place that where I'm at right now, where I can tell stories. I can tell kids about the ups and the downs. A kid that was a street kid and lost, and I lost big. I went away for a period of time, and you got to come back and you got to start over.
How long? If you don't mind me asking.
So this is the cover, right?
That is the cover right there.
That's the
And
young Ron Artest.
That's the young Ron Artest after the 85-game suspension. And we're looking at the cover right now. So the young lady on the right-hand side was Santi Sofa, which was, I won't say her real name, but we'll go by that. She was actually my girlfriend at the time when that cover was done. The young lady in the middle is Sunny Leon, which was becoming one of the biggest porn stars in the industry. And then the young lady that was on his other arm, she was the Penthouse pet at the time. I just can't remember her name. But that's when Penthouse was converting over from really hardcore adult industry into the fashion industry and changing the game.
I'm about to have to start getting my porn game back up. I got to start doing my research and, you know what I'm saying? Getting back right.
Nah,
I ain't a kid no more, you know what I'm saying? I'm an older gentleman, and you know what I'm saying? I got the old lady and things like that. I'm gonna have to start doing my research again though.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to say like too much. I'm trying to like keep it.
Man, fuck that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Stop talking, bro.
I couldn't tell you the last time I went on a porn site, but Twitter got the best porn, let me tell you.
No, it's true.
Bro, all the videos, you don't gotta fast forward shit. They only 2 minutes and 12 seconds or less.
That's
all
and
you
gotta
need.
Bro,
go.
this guy lives and died by Twitter porn.
What?
It's not the first
He was
time
in
he brings it up.
Afghanistan. He was in Afghanistan.
Bro,
so he,
that's why. That's why everything
yeah,
is
yeah.
blocked.
And it's funny you say that's some of these girls' biggest revenue, other than OnlyFans.
It's
Twitter?
Twitter?
It's Twitter.
you get paid off Twitter?
They do.
Okay, yeah. It's promotion.
It's promotion, 100%. But yeah, you know, when people hear that, you know, they ask me, yo, how do you feel that you dated somebody that did porn? And I used to tell people, at least I know who she slept with. Facts. Because the girl in the neighborhood that maybe 200 of us ran through, she ain't never going to tell you 200 of us ran through.
Right.
That's for
But
sure.
at least I can pull up my stats on who I'm dating in the porn industry and be like, you can't yell because I just saw who you slept with yesterday.
Got
So
a background check. You can see all.
there you go.
By name, video. You got video length, the
Everything.
quality, everything.
But yeah, but clothing has been a blessing. It has been a part of life that gave me the opportunity to change. Because, you know, I told my mother when I was 13, I took a life insurance policy out because I told her I wouldn't live past 25. So
What 13-year-old takes out a life insurance policy, by the way?
one that understood the streets and knew that it was you only had at that time you only had a lifespan of, if you were black or Spanish, by 25 you were going to be in jail or dead if you wasn't an athlete. You know, me growing up, you know, school was a secondary market. Like, you know, most people say, oh, I'm going to go to college or I'm going to go do this. You know, when we were growing up, you were going to play basketball, you were going to be a rapper, or the other profession was I'm going to be a drug dealer and I'm going to be the biggest drug dealer in the world. You know, everybody had their dreams that I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that.
Nino Brown. Everybody thought there was going to be Nino
You
Brown.
making me open up though, because when I left college, I was 19. I said I was gonna be the dro man. That's like literally what I was thinking. But honestly, I never in my life, I guess until I got 30, thought about myself as an adult, like past 30. I never. Really
never thought that you would make
I never
it past.
thought past 30. I always thought like to 30, and that was literally it.
And most inner city kids, that's their, you know, they have a expiration date like a milk carton. And right now, you know, we're living in a society that you don't know tomorrow. Like, you don't know who's gonna go off. Are you gonna live to tomorrow? This, that, the other. And I think we're losing that part of the youth. Because they think that you have to shoot before, like, you know, I grew up in an era where you had to fight with your hands.
For real.
You know, or get hit with a bat or get, you know, stabbed. But, you know, when guns came into the picture, when I was growing up, you might have heard like one or two people, yo, you hear Ray got shot. Like, you like, what? Like, how he get shot? Oh, he shot himself. Because he know how to hold the gun. You know, it wasn't like you heard like kids getting, you know, like shot. Like, you know, now it's like you don't even, it doesn't even make you stop in your tracks because you're like, oh, you know, oh, that's just a normal recurrence. So some of these kids that's 12 to 18, that's their normal occurrences. They're going to have friends that die tomorrow and they're going to go on. But, you know, and like you guys, like when I met you a year ago, I had no clue about podcast boxing shows and how, like you said, boxing is the sport you only watch. Like, and a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah.
Because some people say when you're in sports, you're watching across the board. You know, and I can say the only boxers that I know are only my friends. And it's messed up to say that, but that's the only boxers I know. So when some of the guys that you're talking about, I'm like, shit, who's this guy? Like, maybe I should watch him because maybe he might be good. But the guy that you said just knocked somebody out again, you know, I might have to go look at him a little
It
bit.
ain't bad to say 'cause you got a lot of friends. For sure.
but like, I'm not putting you on Dakota. He's just getting, you know, he's doing his thing as a true Rocky story, like a dude that ain't supposed to be.
He a police officer, bro.
Look at that.
Right.
He literally like a police officer.
He's not
a white
that,
dude
like-
from like Iowa or something like that.
like,
But he's extreme
it's-
tough.
yeah, it's just funny that he keeps beating these dudes. Like,
That's the true underdog.
yes,
You know?
yes,
And, you know, I guess everybody in this room was the true underdog because, you know, we all had a dream. Mm-hmm. We didn't know, like, you know, I won't lie, fashion was not my dream. Mm-hmm. It became my dream because, you know, it was fun. I never looked at it as a job. And like I was telling you a story today, Rick Rubin tells you that you have 3 parts of your life.
Uh-oh.
You have when you were born and, you know, you're a kid. Your career. And what people are going to remember you by. Because he says there's millions of people that die every day that nobody know. They don't have no legacy to live on.
Yeah, it's so crazy for you to say that. There was a supervisor I had in Afghanistan that, you know, I've always had my troubles, right? And I got a smart ass mouth, but he just kept fucking with me. And my supervisor, like, he was above my supervisor, but my immediate supervisor found out about it. He like, yo, why you ain't said nothing to me? I'm like, bro, because he's irrelevant. Like, when he dies, nobody will remember him. And I was 23 at that time. I said, yo, I go right now. I know I'm going to have 1,000+ at my funeral just because I've touched people. I've actually, like, done shit with my life. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, he's a guy you don't remember at the high school reunion. You get what I'm saying? Like,
That's it.
you went here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You don't really have no impact. So it's funny that you said that because I there's so many people like that out there.
Right. And, you know, when he had that conversation with me, I didn't really understand it. You know, we had this conversation maybe 4 years ago. And, you know, a year and a half ago, I started thinking, how do I help others other than help myself? So when I wake up in the morning now, I don't think about, yo, what I'm going to do good for myself. I think about what I'm going to do good for somebody else to show them that this is how the world's supposed to work. And I think that's where we lose in all of our careers. We never have somebody that's willing to show us how to get to that next level. They want to keep their little secrets in their pockets. And, you know, when I see kids going down the street and they talk about, oh, I got a clothing line. I'm like, a T-shirt is not a clothing line. Okay, so you have a T-shirt line.
Mm-hmm. School them.
And they fail to understand that part. A clothing line is different categories: T-shirts, sweat hoods, jeans, sweatsuits, underwear, socks. That's a clothing line. You are taking effort. You're taking and you're putting something together. And they fail to realize that, and they think that, oh, I just made 12 T-shirts and I'm gonna 12 T-shirts. You know what? That was a nice start. But now what do you do to continue? And so many kids get their dreams taken away because they don't know the fundamentals of how to start a correct clothing line or even how to start being correctly in business. And that's what I started doing a year and a half ago, trying to teach kids the proper way to do things. You know, in 2014, I did start a brand called Nuco Group where we gave kids money to start their clothing brands. But I didn't have a pure heart at the time. So I was only in it to take their clothing brands from them.
What?
Be honest, bro. He being honest.
You know, I didn't have a pure heart.
So did you find any successful ones? Not successful, but like
quite a few.
promising?
Yeah, that I did make some money and I took the companies from them. And, you know.
And they didn't fight you?
They tried.
Damn,
but
James.
they lost, you know, but you live and you learn, and you thought that's how business was supposed to be, you know. And then because you see that you guys and don't see it and the consumers don't see it, but so many backing companies back young entrepreneurs, and at the end of their career, the licensing company owns it, and what you put your blood, heart, and sweat and tears in, you walk away with nothing. And a lot of people don't see that side of the game. They just see, oh, it's in stores. And I always tell kids all the time, and I know everybody watched the documentary of different people talk about their start in the clothing business and stuff. And I always tell them they forget one aspect of their story. Where did they get started at? And what was the first store to believe in them? Because you can design a t-shirt, but if nobody's buying it, it's just a t-shirt on a piece of paper. And you're supposed to want to wear your own stuff. And a lot of kids fall victim to that. And we had this conversation earlier about how we ourselves killed urban clothing.
This was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm listening now.
Okay, so
I've been listening, but I'm really listening
first,
now.
you have to say that he believes urban clothing, like a Fat Farm, Apple Bottom, anything like that you consider urban clothing, only has a lifespan of 5 or 7 years.
Correct.
Kind of like an English bulldog and shit.
Right. So when you think about it, and now everybody's gonna understand what I'm saying, how we killed urban
I
clothing.
think I get it even before you saying it.
No.
I'm gonna be wrong. Let me guess one time. Because we don't try to evolve it. We just try to come up with something new.
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
When
for letting
we
me be
make
wrong.
our money, we go and put a brand that is not ours on anymore. So if I own Sean John, why am I wearing Dolce & Gabbana? Why am I not making my Sean John like Dolce & Gabbana and make that price? Because if I want a kid to wear what I'm having on and support my brand,
Gotta have it on.
gotta have it on. When you take your brand off and you put somebody else's brand on, that means you're telling that kid that now they should aspire to wear that brand, not yours anymore. And, me and Nelly get a pass because we couldn't put apple bottom jeans on.
Right.
But as a lot of our
Glad
friends.
y'all didn't either.
Yeah, but it's a lot of our friends that had men clothing brands, from the Sean Johns to the Rockawares to the D-Los to the Fat. Well, I can't say Fat Farm because Russell Simmons, bless my brother's heart.
He wore that shit.
He wore his brand to it every day. Didn't make a difference. If he had to put a suit on, it was a Fat Farm suit. He understood that he was going to make his brand across the board. If I had to have it on, it was mine. And that's where we always, and I'm going to say minorities, urban, we think that we have to have something on more expensive to make us feel better and that we're better than the next guy. Versus if we just had what we had on, our white t-shirts, our sweatpants, don't let your clothes or your appearance try to tell what your story is. Tell your own story. Everybody knows me in the clothing business from wearing white t-shirts and sweatpants. Yeah, mind you, when I came in the business, I was 350 pounds. So it wasn't much I can wear other than sweatsuits and white tees.
How much are you now?
I'm 205.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But now I'm vegan.
That's a
But that's 'cause he went
success
big.
story in itself.
Which is funny. I'm out there smoking and I'm like, damn, I got to remind to tell you that I'm not hungry.
Right.
Since that, have you eaten since then?
No, sir.
That's weird.
Right,
I wonder,
so-
is it more filling?
Y'all
It's
doing
filling, it's
good,
a-
bro. Y'all doing very, very,
But,
very good.
Well, no. So the funny part, and I'll give you the story why I started losing weight. So I had a business partner that wanted to win an argument with me. And
It was a bet.
And basically, he told me in the argument to piss me off to walk out, so I stopped arguing about it. He said, "You're fat and you're gonna die." Like, what? Fuck you. Walked out the office. So now I'm a little bit pissed. I come back from lunch, and I got a Weight Watchers pamphlet on my desk with a membership card that he went across the street and bought for me.
Wow.
And I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm not going to Weight Watchers. I'm fine." He showed me a tape of me walking down the street. A 1-block walk took me 18 minutes because I was stopping, leaning, doing this. So I was like, I still wasn't going to lose weight because he wanted me to lose weight. His son came into the room and says, "I know why you don't want to lose weight because you're only going to lose like 3-4 pounds." So why waste your time? They knew what would get me motivated to lose weight. So I went to Weight Watchers, went across the street to the thing, and you have to get on the scale when you first go into Weight Watchers. And the woman says, so how much do you think you weigh? I said, 260. I got on a scale, I was 365. She says, I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Farrell. If you can take 100 pounds off you, I know you got jewelry on, you got money in your pocket. If you can pull 100 pounds off you, let me see you do it. I took everything off. I got down to my boxers. I went down 6 pounds. So I was like, I'm 360. Motherfucker. All right. So I was like, fuck it. I don't know how I'm going to lose weight. I'm not going to the gym. So I want to lose it. And they put me on a meal plan, tell you what you can eat. And I'm like, fuck it. This still not going to work. But I have a lot of determination. So my office was in a city at the time on 59th Street. If anybody knows New York City, I used to park my car in Soho. And I used to walk from Soho to my office.
I ain't never been to New York, so
Okay,
I imagine it's far.
So it's
Or is
not.
it short?
It's not.
It's not far?
The first month that
Oh,
I
yeah.
started walking it used to take me 3 hours to walk to my office.
Jesus.
At the end of 3 months, I was walking from Soho to my office faster than you can get in a car to get there. I was making it in 42 minutes. I dropped 105 pounds in 3 months. I got kicked out of Weight Watchers because they said I was unhealthy. Because they didn't think I was eating. They thought I was just drinking water.
Right.
If I showed you what I was eating, nobody would believe that how I was losing weight. But I knew my body because when I was young, I wasn't fat. And this one fat person told me, just drink water. Drink water with all your meals. Take the sodas, take the juice, take everything away, just drink water. And I was like, just drink water? I'm going to be fucking hungry. Man, I can't just drink water. I got to eat food. They said, no, you can eat food. And literally, I was walking 15 miles a day.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of walking.
That is a lot of walk. I mean, 3 hours obviously is gonna be a lot of walking.
But the good part there, but don't forget, that was 3 hours there and 3 hours back.
Right.
So
Okay,
6
okay.
hours out of my day, I was walking.
Sheesh.
And I lost all the weight. You go down and I got too skinny. Because you know what happens? You get addictive. You're like, I don't know. And then I got into a relationship and I got the love weight. We're gonna call it the love weight. And I just you don't realize that you're getting fat again. Because I'm in the clothing business. So when my shirts get a little big, I just tell the manufacturer, make it a little bigger so I can keep the same size. So you can cheat. And then last year, year before, I lost a lot of weight again. I lost 79 pounds when I went through my last relationship. And
Damn, breakup was that bad.
it wasn't even that. You know what it was? Before we broke up, we had made a pact that we were going to lose weight together.
Okay.
So you just
and
kept your end of the deal.
I kept my end of the deal. And what happened was, for the first time, I did weight loss publicly. So I did it on Instagram. I ain't realized how cruel people was on Instagram.
The internet undefeated for a
The
reason,
internet,
bro.
yo,
They
it's
don't play.
terrible, man.
I mean, we got a chat right here, so every now and again I might gotta delete some. 'Cause they don't play.
I had people say, because I was going from New York to Miami like every week, and they was telling me I was getting fat sucked out of my body in Miami and coming back and then posting a picture. And mind you, I was vegan at the time still, but I was still heavy because even though you vegan, don't mean you healthy. Because you eating pasta, you eating cupcakes, you eating everything that's rich in sugar and everything that is good. It's healthy, but you eat it in an abundance of it. So when I started losing weight on Instagram, and you start feeling yourself. And I'm over 50, so now I'm really feeling myself. And they convinced me to do a photo shoot. Never did a photo shoot a day in my life.
Man, you went in there in the little boxers with the hearts on it.
Is it the one we talked about?
With all the gold chains
Okay.
on.
Oh,
Let me
you
get
got
a
the
screen
ice
share,
out.
George.
So,
Sheesh.
that shot right there, the King of Wakanda. And you think about it, I was probably,
Dang, he rocked Mungia.
I was probably in the best shape of my life right there. And when I tell you the phone calls and everything that started coming through, and the girls, because you're single now, and you looking.
Man, you in here right now with one chain on. You had like at least 40
22
chains.
pounds. It was 22 point something pounds
that
worth
was
of gold.
Gold around my neck right there.
Man, hold on. Let me follow Sprayground. I'm tripping, bro.
So after that, it became you got to keep your money where your mouth is, because now people, if you get heavy again, they're gonna like, oh, he in love, or this was all a ploy. But nah, most people thought because I went through my breakup, you lose the weight because you were depressed. I was, I told him when I walked out of that relationship, I was the happiest that I was been, because I felt that for the first time I got to live for myself. And we talked earlier today, and I says, in 3 years when I want to retire, then I'm just gonna walk away. And he was like, so you're gonna keep your profits, you're gonna keep severance pay? I was like, no, I'm just gonna walk away and start something new. And he was like, what do you mean? Yeah, like,
which is crazy to me.
I feel in my life now is I'm helping somebody else achieve their goals, because I didn't start Sprayground. I'm partners in it, but I'm here to make us a better brand.
Right.
And open my contacts to make the brand what it is. But it wasn't my dream. It became my dream. And like I tell anybody, I can get up every morning because I love my job. And I think everybody in this room loves their job. They don't look at it as a job. They look at it as fun.
Right.
So it's your hobby, it's your job, and it's your relaxed time, all in one. I know everybody might have a girlfriend, or and sometimes it might jeopardize your relationships, because they're like, oh, so who are you cheating me with? With my job. That's who I'm cheating on you with. It don't gotta be another girl. I mean, find you. If you go to my Instagram page, I do have a lot of nice young ladies on my page.
Farrell.
Promoting, no, you promote.
Yeah.
It's work.
No, but and it's funny, because I told you, I have people DM me to do bags, and that's how they get, hold to me, because they were like, he won't answer his phone, and you got to go fishing. But I know I did an interview last year, and people, it's a soundbite that people always say, if I answer your email, I'm taking a shit.
Oh, I watched that interview.
Because that's the only time that I can focus on sitting there reading something.
Ah, okay. You literally taking a dump.
Oh, I'm taking a dump. Yeah.
I watched that.
So it's funny when people say that. They was like, so how long do you stay in the bathroom? I said, at least an hour and a half.
It's your relaxed time, your alone time.
Yeah, it's my alone time. I
off.
put my feet up, I read my emails. And people gonna say this is disgusting, but I eat while I'm sitting there.
Yo, I bring coffee into the bathroom.
Like,
I swear.
I get it.
So it's like, like when people hear that interview, that they was like, yo, James, that's messed up to tell people. I said, but that's a good thing. Like, that I read your email and I got to read it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, you have your strengths. I know my strengths is not reading, not writing. I can count. So that's why I'm good at what I do. And that's why I guess I became marketing, because I didn't have to do so much. It's just show and prove what you did. What you did yesterday, you got to double it tomorrow. So when I see rappers and artists and see the people that come through the brand, rest his soul and was very, very close to me, Young Dolph, we was his last collab.
It's Dolph.
And I tell everybody the craziest story about Dolph and me was I was supposed to be with him that Thursday. Because we was doing a turkey drive the following Thursday. And he was like, nah, you coming out next Thursday, don't worry about it. Just stay, you coming up. And I'm like, all right, cool, it's all right. But sometimes people feel the aura of what's gonna happen.
His guy's still out there. Grove Hero. He building like a basketball court out there. He do the food, Grove Hero. Yeah, he out there. He actually here right now.
Right, so.
Or he back in Memphis, but he was here yesterday anyway.
The thing, certain artists and people say we get 1,000 requests to do bag deals and endorsement deals, and we have to feel that the person is truly part and wants to be part of the brand. And it took Dolph bagged 3 years to come out. Like 3 years, because he did, he changed it. No, I don't want to do it this way. And we had a lot of fights. We had fights like little brothers, because I was like, yo, we're gonna put this bag out because I keep investing in your bag and you keep changing it. But he was probably one of the realest guys that I came across, that I didn't grow up with, because he from Memphis, and he really gave back to his community. I don't, nobody, and I can put this. No rapper, no athlete would have put the amount of money he put back into his neighborhood. And for what happened to him was not right, because he was trying to build that neighborhood up.
He planted the seeds, though.
And it's true, and the same goes for Nipsey. Like,
wait. So is it because the site's down because of the launch tomorrow?
correct. So yes, so the site,
Because I'm trying to find a Young Dolph bag and it
so-
keeps
so
taking me to the same.
right. So just, if you Google, don't put sprayground.com, put Sprayground, Young Dolph bag, and then it'll pop up. Right now, yeah, our site is down. It's been down for the last almost 5 days, because we have a big launch tomorrow at midnight. Is our 6/13 launch. It's our 12-year anniversary.
So that'll be for Monday.
It'll be from Monday.
So it's the Henny bag.
Which one?
The Young Dolph.
Nope, it's a camouflage bag.
Oh, I see it now.
Camouflage is orange.
All his
Yeah,
cars and
yeah.
stuff was like camouflage.
Correct.
You get a
So-
screen, shit.
Yeah, so
Oh no, because it goes back to, it redirects back to your site. Hold on. So it's this one. I have to zoom in. This one, right?
yes, that was it.
Uh-huh.
And the roughest part, now, if you raise up, now a newspaper article will take things into very, very far stretch things.
What do you
So-
mean?
So when Dolph is holding up the bag, what is the writing that you see on there?
It said R.I.P..
Even though it says "rip me open," they was saying he was predicting his own death.
Oh my God. So that went viral.
Oh, did it go viral? It was on newspapers and magazines, and we since then has changed our wrapper that doesn't say "rip me open" anymore. It just says Sprayground on it.
Oh wow.
Because of that, we don't want somebody to ever say that again.
Right,
because
right.
he was really, really like I tell everybody, it still hurts me. I still think about it. Like, everybody has an expiration date. I got lucky, because that would have been my expiration date. Because you would have been in the same place, and bullets have no name on it.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do another bag, and it's all donation just for him. Just like we do the Crenshaw bag, and
This one is this photo is
Oh,
fire.
yeah, and
Yo, how the freaking Rolls Royce truck is also
No, his whole
Ferraris.
fleet. His whole fleet is the same.
yeah, he had 12 cars that same color. Now the crazy part, and this is why I say
And all his partners, all they cars, all of them their way.
you have to. I love him for one reason. He did this photo shoot all by himself.
What do you mean by himself?
He didn't have me come out. He paid for it. He did everything himself. Literally, he was in Aspen recording his album, and he said, "I just finished the photo shoot." I was like, "You can't finish the photo shoot because you don't know how we wanted to do it." He said, "Well, I had flip-flops on in the snow." I was like, "Guess we finished the photo shoot." Because if you go back to that shot, he has Gucci flip-flops on his feet. And that's in
You ain't
Aspen.
lying.
That's in Aspen. And he was like just an amazing dude, and he betted on himself. Because don't forget, the only person that he had to deal with was Empire. So he put his own money in his pocket.
Empire, is that Ghazi?
That's Ghazi. Yeah. So
Yeah, this is fire. And
Yeah.
and you guys don't even do.
we never repeat it.
They never repeat a bag.
No. So we do have a new one coming down. Bless you, coming down.
Excuse me, thank you.
Coming down the pipeline. We're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do, but we are gonna do a new Young Dolph bag, and it'll all go to further the high school that he was building the court for. Of course, we're the only company that make the Crenshaw bags, and we didn't make the Crenshaw bag because of Nipsey. Nipsey was a little brother, but because of Big U and myself, in 2018, we gave every kid in Crenshaw High School a brand new backpack that said Crenshaw on the back.
Oh, down goes Kelly.
Oh, okay.
He was
Somebody
doing
got.
so well.
He was doing really well.
Okay, but he's.
He
thinking
looks
of-
good.
But he's
He
thinking
looks
about
good,
it.
very responsive. No, he's getting up, just taking his time as a veteran.
Catch his breath.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's good.
See how he gonna survive the next minute 13.
Well, hold on. We're gonna take a
In the
pause
fifth round.
because I got a good feeling that he might be going to sleep.
Oh,
He going to sleep.
Nice sneaky hard uppercut.
he-
Oh,
and he threw
uppercut
another
lands.
one.
Yeah.
Kelly goes down for the second time in round number
he's
5.
looking like Hogan right now.
8 count, 9 count, beats the 10 count, up on his feet. 51 seconds left in round number 5.
I think minute 20. I think 20 seconds. He'll be asleep again. If he don't
No,
run,
what he said,
he's
no
He
more
is bringing
naps.
the
It's
pressure
bedtime.
forward.
yeah. He thinks somebody jumping him right
Bro.
now.
Oh,
Munguia really has like 12,000 people. I thought Oscar was lying.
yeah, I thought he was lying too. No, that bitch is sold out.
Hold on, wait. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh, big right hand by Kelly.
Munguia got a crazy chin. That
Oh,
don't
there
hurt
we
him.
go. Hold on, wait. There we go. There
Body.
we go.
It's
Hold on,
that
wait.
body
It's almost
work.
20 seconds.
It's that body work.
Yep. 20 seconds. Hold on,
20
wait.
seconds, he went down.
I called it. 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
The onslaught was
he
too
gonna
much.
make it out though. He gonna get out.
Kelly third.
That's 3 though.
Yeah,
that's
he get to
3.
take a break.
No 3 knockdown roll.
Yeah.
But it is waved off. I don't know about
That's
that.
crazy.
That's
No, and
bullshit.
you know that's the problem with boxing. They say there's no 3 knockdown rule in effect, but the man got knocked down 3 times and he waves it
and
off.
he was
And the last time he wasn't even getting caught. He just went down because
but
too much punch.
honestly,
He couldn't defend
he
himself.
did him a favor though. Come on, let's be
I mean, it
real.
was the end of the round.
He was bodied already.
Yeah, I don't know how
I did
feel
call it
about
in 20
that.
seconds. I told him he was going to go back
You-
down to
you
20.
did.
It was
No, you
literally
did.
20.
Maybe I got to come to the boxing show. Maybe I can predict some
we're
other
gonna
people.
go to
getting-
circle
No,
with you and we're gonna make some
Yeah,
bets.
we gonna make some money. We gonna make some money. All right, that's over.
Wait,
Nobody
so
really
let me
cared.
get a screenshot. So this one is the new one, or
That one is.
is it considered a Henny or no?
So that is considered a Henny, but that is the
Part of the
one
new
that,
golf bag?
No, that was the one that we launched in March.
Okay.
So the Henny is the new one is called Henny to the Throne.
I'm feeling these satchels.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that we call them the Hills.
Heavy.
We call them the Hills because.
So here's the Crenshaw.
Yes. So that was the
It wa-
very first Crenshaw.
Bro,
It was
that
the
bag
Crenshaw round.
hard.
That
All them
shit
bags
nice.
hard, bro.
Oh my god.
And with that bag, we did not sell them. We gave every bag away
To children.
to children, anybody in the Crenshaw neighborhood. And then we came back and we did a red one. But we only did 230 red ones, so it was super limited edition.
Is it this one? Hello.
that-
Oh no, that's
so-
the first. Hello, my name is
that
the
was
first.
the very first bag. Hello, my name is.
Does it got the like fur on there or whatever?
Nah, so it was a name tag. So this was for the anniversary of Hello My Name, 10-year anniversary. But the very first Hello My Name is just it just had a white name tag that said Hello My Name is, and you can write your name into it. But yeah, you're pulling up a couple good ones up there.
I would never write
so
on
they
my
got a white
bag.
Crenshaw bag that we
This
did.
one?
Yeah. And that one we had only did I think 150 of those, and we did it for the anniversary of the PAL Football League for the Crenshaw Football League, and we did a Crenshaw honored me that day when we donated those bags.
So I gotta get you to tell the story.
Can I show
About
my
the
bag? Can I
patent.
show my bag off first?
Sure.
Bro, the bags look good online, but in person they look 10 times better. Like, I ain't never been a bag. I just do the regular JanSport looking like book bag.
I had the JanSport looking like book bag till I got mine.
Like, come on, man. That's fire.
Yes.
Got my mic on the side, know what I'm saying? When you see me in the gyms, it is me, Bo Mason _TVV, the Boxing Voice is in the building.
But it's the
Sprayground
detail.
is in the building.
It's the detail.
Open up
for
the
me,
inside of
man.
it. Let me see the text on the inside. That's nice.
Right.
Oh,
So it
damn.
says limited edition because our motto is no two kids should have the same backpack. So,
Fire.
and we don't make a ton, so we really do a limited. The most backpackers are between 2,500 and 3,000 backpacks for the world, and we're in 17 countries. So we're breaking that up. So it's not a lot. You know, yeah, the popular ones you're gonna run into and you're gonna see other people, but it's very far and few that you'll run into the room. You'll see 5 of the same backpacks. But I know we want to get to that patent because we did see the checkerboard print there, and yes, we do have the right to use the checkerboard print because we do have a deal with Checkerboard.
Keyword checkerboard, not Louis Vuitton, like people think.
Right. So don't forget, Louis Vuitton did not make that. That was the first original checkerboard color. The brown and tan was the checkerboard box that you played on.
Right.
Back when. And that was the chess. You know, but yeah, they didn't have the patent on it. You know, people said at one time, you guys are making knockoff, you know, Louis Vuitton. And we said, we're not making knockoff Louis Vuitton because we're making street and we're making it affordable.
And
Definitely
and what I loved hearing from you earlier was that it's all vegan leather.
It's vegan leather. Yes.
It's all vegan leather.
So no animal was harmed making our bags.
So it's like leatherette.
It's a leatherette. Now the other good part and what we got to talk about is the plastic wrapper that's on your bag is biodegradable. So after 5 years, if it's still in the plastic, it just crumbles away. So
I had to bust mine out the wrapper though.
No, most people
I'm busting out the wrapper.
Most people, but Louis did try to sue us for a sizable amount, and we had Checkerboard come to our defense and give them a bigger sizable amount. So it made it all go away. But, you know.
Which is crazy because I don't think many people would know that isn't their idea and that they don't own it.
Correct.
They are licensing themselves, are you saying?
Well, so the Checkerboard, so technically you can do a licensing deal or you can use it as public domain because it's a game. So, yeah, they made it historic. We made it phenomenal because we made something that a 13-year-old can carry on his back. And I tell people the funniest story is Backpack Kid, we know all went away now. The little guy that did the little dance. He traded his Yeezys for a Sprayground Mini. He traded a pair of $400 sneakers for a $40 bag. That's when we knew we had something. Now, our retail value on the secondary market is retarded.
Because the bags are so limited.
Correct.
So most lines only have 2,500 bags worldwide. You said
worldwide.
So we're on the secondary mark. I don't know. I think that's what you said.
Well, you don't want to promote the secondary market because that's what you about to ask for. Right?
No, secondary market. No, I don't mind. It's
like
an honor.
StockX and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's an honor because you want to hear the funny thing.
That's where a lot of people go to get the stuff. If it's not on the website anymore, they're gonna go there to repurchase it at a way higher price.
Very, very first checkered bag. It was called the OG Sharks in Paris because that's what our checkerboard print is called, Sharks in Paris. It was on Amazon, and we could say it was on Amazon for $3,500. Louis Vuitton backpacks don't go for $3,500, and it was used.
Well, there's actually a Louis Vuitton right here next to yours. Give me a screen share. Next to in a lineup with yours, look at that.
Yeah.
38. It looks very similar too.
Yeah. You know, we you know, but you know what? I tell people we all have to learn how to coexist and just get along. Look, we're not reinventing the wheel. All we doing is we're just stepping it up. You know, we just step it up another notch every time. You know, not many people can say that you know, people don't know that Sprayground got a golf line.
Wait. You got chairs?
Yes, we have.
You got to send us some chairs for the new building. Bro, you got Sprayground chairs.
Yeah, we do have.
Oh, man. They just like gaming chairs.
Yeah, they're gaming chairs.
I wouldn't even.
I don't think it's going to pull up because the site's down. Oh, no, it is up.
Yeah, you can just go to yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Wow. Yo, that's dope.
Come on.
Yo,
with the lumbar and everything. This is out of stock too?
That's sold out on our side.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Man, I know you guys keep a couple in the back.
Wheels.
You know, the
check out the wheels on that joint.
Before we can pull it for ourselves, it's sold out. So we made the biggest bag in the world. And
why is it not changed? I want to see the rest of the pictures.
Oh, you gotta go when you on the secondary site.
I'm sorry. Do you guys think these dudes are related because they're both Puerto Rican and both their names are LeBron?
Are they two brothers fighting?
Nah, they can't be. They can't be.
And they both from Puerto Rico. Bro, what the heck is going on? Okay, so now I got to get back to my boxing just to
Wait.
The
do
funny
Wait
part,
a
how
minute,
they
man.
from Puerto Rico with the last name LeBron?
Lewis and Henry.
Are you
LeBron.
guys? So how'd this do?
Amazing.
So what? Have you ever released another chair?
We're about to release another chair in September. 4 new chairs.
So everything is September then.
So no, certain things. So the bags. So we'll start releasing.
Because you've
the-
been mentioning September a lot today.
Yeah, so September is a big launch time for us because it'll be our gaming chairs, it'll be our winter collection. But 6/13, we're releasing 75 new bags. And
I
That's,
had no clue. So wait, what else out of like niche do you do? Because this chair is totally out of the.
so we do golf bags.
Okay.
So you have the golf bags. We do. We have a sneaker launching in July. We have the Colombian Army boot that the Colombian Army wears. Not too many people can say that.
Is that where Jose from? Jose in Canada?
Yeah, he's from Bolivia though.
Okay.
This is beautiful. The white one is nice. Now, isn't there a story behind the white one too? This is the white one that has a story.
Right. So that one right there.
That's
well, not
clean.
that one. It's
What's
a
the
white,
name of it?
It was a white and blue one. What was the name of the white and blue checker bag?
Is this is not the this is a different Paris, right?
Yeah, that's a different Paris. That's a different Paris.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And the company's been around now 12 years or so?
12 years.
That's a lot of lines. No wonder there's so many.
Well, and we've been around for 12, but we want to take 2 back because COVID don't count. So we can celebrate our 10-year anniversary the right way.
This is Sharks in Paris.
That's one of the Sharks in Paris. If you go Sharks in Paris OG, then the original, very, very first one that we ever made pops
Now
up.
that one look
Is
out
it
of my
this?
budget.
Oh, damn, this one went to the secondary market. Is
Yeah.
it this one?
Let me see. That's one of them. And you think about it, okay, what's on the secondary market used? What's that price over there?
135.
Yeah, and that was an $80 bag. So somebody's they got their use and they're gonna make their extra money.
Yeah. Pre-owned.
Yeah.
They got it hanging on the door in the bathroom.
But you
No,
know,
but
like,
even this one is
And
it's
upcharging.
$252 secondary market. But
I like
it's,
how
it's a
affordable
nice
they are.
duffel though. I love this one.
I wish I had 3 backs
Yeah.
so I could get 3
Oh, yeah.
bags.
yeah. So that's all for the bag that
With
you
the golf- Yeah,
No,
I
not
like
those golf
this one.
one. The one that you saw, what's his name in the boxing ring? That was all for that.
Yeah, this is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
like
clean,
that.
clean.
But it's also called Sharks in Paris.
Correct. So Sharks in Paris is just as an ongoing name.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll just see it pop back up. Just like you saw the
red guts be sick too.
well, red has a nice symbol. It's a trademark color that
Yeah,
has a
Yeah.
family tie.
for sure.
But also inside the bags, just to let everybody know, my partner is Jewish, and the Haim is inside your bag. It's
I don't know what a Haim is.
It's the Jewish
I'm black.
symbol for life,
Mm.
and it's inside every bag. If you look on the hang tag, you'll see it inside the hang tag.
That's another thing
Man, I don't
that
even know what a hang tag is.
Look, the little red piece where it says limited edition.
Yeah.
You'll see the Haim right at the bottom. You'll see like a little swirly line. Yeah.
that's
That's
what
the
I
symbol for
am
life.
intrigued at the amount of quality
Yes.
in the bag,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're able to keep it at an affordable price.
Yes.
Doesn't do it justice that far.
Yeah, it don't
Yeah.
do it justice. but
And then
it's
you have
definitely
your sunglass holder at the top that has velour inside the top part of the top bag part.
Oh snap! I didn't know what that pocket was.
So that's for your sunglasses.
Yeah,
your
now I
glasses.
know.
That's what you put in there.
I've been putting my weed in it.
Bro, I didn't even know this was on the bag. He showed me another compartment on the bag. I didn't even know. I
Yo,
didn't
so
have the
that's
bag
another
every
thing.
week.
Every bag,
It has a secret pocket.
and when you find it,
You get a little card in there that says you found your secret stash pocket.
Do they want-
Crazy.
should I show him?
Yeah, show it to him.
All
Show
right.
it. And I left your card inside for you.
What's it say, Bo?
Congratulations, you found the infamous stash pocket. Now don't tell anybody. Shh. Ain't gonna tell nobody else though. Ain't gonna tell nobody else.
I'm gonna make you laugh. That's really, really funny on your bag. Now,
Please say $1 million in the bag.
Ah,
fill the
Cause I ain't
bottom.
gonna laugh. I'm just gonna leave and go spin
Fill the
wisely.
bottom of your bag, and you're gonna see a zipper.
Another? What the heck?
Now
Oh.
that's when you carry your luggage. Slides over top of your luggage arm.
oh, so it could be on your luggage. Yes. Yes. And that's necessary.
When you're traveling.
Yes.
Yeah, does instructions come with the bag? Cause I should have got
yeah.
instructions with this.
Or a little video.
Little video. Well, sometimes we do it on the site that we tell them, you know, where all the little compartments at.
Okay.
But we got a bag that we call the transporter that has 16 stash pockets on it.
Wow. The transporter, you
Pull
had
that
to-
up, Nez.
Did you take some heat for that or what?
The transporter is our smell-proof bag.
Yo, look that shit up.
I don't know
Nez.
if this gonna be. Can I say this on? Can I say this? So I can put a brick in there and they can't smell it.
You can put a brick in there and they can't smell it.
You said, can I say it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can say stuff like that. I don't know.
So when you
So I'm not seeing it.
pull up the transport.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, so that's probably why y'all made it look less
Flashy.
Pull it
couldn't-
up.
flashy, than everything else.
Yeah, so it has no logo identification
Yeah,
on
it
the
is
bag.
very subtle.
Where the
In
Sprayground
comparison.
when Sprayground would be at, it's actually just the trademark part on it, just the white and the red. That was the gray one. That bag right there glows in the dark.
Oh wow.
Now, if anybody's in fashion that's listening to the show, and they know.
Oh, and it's a one strap.
No, it's two straps. He just
Oh.
has it on his arm that way. We did a collection with a smell proof called the Scammer Collection, and we did it with Laquan Smith. Laquan Smith is a fashion designer in
Okay.
New York City, and that print that we did, and if you see it up there when you pull a Scammer Collection up,
Oh,
it was all women that killed their husbands in the 40s, 50s, and 60s because they were bank robbers or jewel thieves. The women were. And they killed their husbands because their husbands stole the money.
Mm.
But we did that one, and that was
Pulling it up.
a total smell-proof bag as well.
Mm.
Oh, got it.
And if you saw, the Kardashians wore the print in the runway. So yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah, so that was a fun collection.
Okay, on the bag are those ladies.
Yeah.
I got you.
And it all was illuminated. And the luggage was see-through.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Yeah, y'all put thought in. Y'all got it down. Know what I'm saying? And people was asking like leather
People was-
red. What's
people was-
leather red?
right.
That's like the leather that's in Mercedes and stuff like that these days.
It's-
leather
it's-
red.
it-
It's more durable. It's stretchy, and it's just better overall than
That's it. You
actual
ain't
leather.
kill no animal.
And you can't kill no animals.
But then, because you guys are
Let
boxing
me get
guys.
a screen share for this close up.
Oh yeah.
Scammer collection.
Yo, why I feel like I seen his face on Cocaine Cowboys.
You might have.
It's crazy.
But I'm gonna make you now. We can talk about something because you guys are the boxing gurus of podcasts. You have one of
500.
boxing that we did to a tribute for Muhammad Ali for Parkinson's disease. And it came with the gloves. It came with
Even the box looked great.
the
Yep.
box. It took us 2.5 years to get the box right. Because of the fact of how we wanted it to be displayed and how you had to show it. And you can actually box in the gloves.
Yeah, I seen it. It was a left and a right
Yeah.
there.
So, and not too many people received it because we did donate a lot for his charitable. And when we dropped this bag, Sprayground, we put on our own boxing sanction match. And it was sanctioned in New York, and we had 5 fights. And I don't think some people didn't realize that when they lost, they had a real loss on their title. Because we made a belt. We made a Sprayground, at each weight class, a championship belt.
So you're a boxing promoter as well.
I guess.
You gotta add that to the resume. Boxing promoter.
Nah, it was interesting because would you see these guys go through and get their heads knocked off for a 3-round fight. because they were, amateur turned into pros. But yeah, no, we had a lot of, like I said, a lot of wins, but a lot of losses.
Damn, the Muhammad Ali is going for 350 aftermarket. Look, says in stock.
Yeah.
Somebody got it.
Yeah. So it was a beautiful bag. I carried the Ali bag for maybe a year. Like I wouldn't change it because it was just because it was a story to tell.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to, see it. But it was we do have fun, we have SpongeBob. Marvel.
Wait, so you did another one though?
We did a like a more affordable one. We did a
Is it this one?
Let me see. Yeah, so we did that one with a spinoff of, of art with Andy Warhol and Basquiat. So you remember they did that type of cartoon character. And then you have the other set that's over in the corner.
This?
Yep, that came with a backpack and a duffel. Wow, that's a nice markup for a $50 bag. Somebody doubled their money. Yeah.
With the
I love the money on the
Yeah.
inside.
So cool. Oh, that's the inside of the
Yeah,
bag.
that's the
Okay,
inside of the
okay.
bag. Oh wow.
Nice.
That's the theater.
Yeah,
The
they're at
Garden.
the theater. Miguel
What
Cotto on
what
the
did he
screen.
get? Did he get a belt?
No, he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. So they're just since
Wow.
it's Puerto Rican. He looks
No,
like,
he's tipsy too.
Oh, he's got.
I've been getting texts already like, yo, you watched the interview with Cotto? He gotta be drunk.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York.
yeah.
So it's gonna be crazy.
It sure is.
He's getting inducted in Canastota, New York. So that's where the Boxing Hall of Fame is.
Yeah, they're
Canastota.
all out there, man. Even
So
Floyd.
this week, not coming.
week-
Yeah,
weekend.
no, this weekend.
Oh
It's
wow.
a 3-day event. So
Yeah.
it's like last night they had fights up there in Verona. And then today they had some shit during the day. And then they come down to New York City for the fight tonight. Head back. And then tomorrow's the
What-
actual ceremony.
Let me get a screen share. How much are they marking this one up?
Where's it at? Let me see.
152?
Henny Sip, Black.
Henny Sip Black is only an $80 bag, and that just dropped. This just dropped on Thursday.
Wow.
Double already.
Damn, I need that.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. It's fire though.
I've been seeing.
I like the
I've been
black and
seeing
gray.
this for years. I just didn't know.
Because
I didn't have a name on it.
Even though this one is better to me because it's black and gray with the camouflage.
Correct.
Man, you
But
looking
this
at that
doesn't
ice,
come out no
bruh.
more. No, I'm zooming in. Look, this you said you don't have this no more.
No, that's gone. That's gone.
And so what's the I don't know the one that the predecessor, right? It's called.
Oh yeah. That one has nobody yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's coming, but it hasn't.
So you don't have a carry on at all.
No, we do have carry-ons.
Which
So,
one?
so you have Henny to the Throne. You have that one. You also have we have about 4 different carriers, rolling carriers right now.
You said about 4 different ones
4
right now?
different styles now.
Any coming out on the June 13th drop?
No, next set of luggage won't come out until September.
Oh, next to the luggage, September. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's a bag drop only.
bag drop only and
So,
capsule collection. Yeah.
Just then,
Oh no! You know what? I'm lying. We do have a luggage drop in, and it's the brown version of Henny to the Throne, but it has a real key lock built into the bag. There's a shark mouth.
you like that, don't you, Niz?
That there's no pictures of it yet. But it'll be coming. for
So
some.
I seen just then I was looking at the photo that he had with the bag with the wheels, you know.
The bag that I was holding.
Right.
That guy, yeah.
Then I seen the black 270s. All right, so he got the swag. Then I just thought about it.
No, I gotta say it. Black 270s.
You want to know why?
No, that's not my point. My point was coming
but we
up.
gotta- but we gotta
It's
tell-
coming
No,
up.
we gotta tell you this.
Stop you. We gotta stop you.
All right.
Why you think he wearing the black 270s? Matter of fact, look at his feet right. Why you think he
Based
got
off what I know about this guy so far, the Hypnotic, the Apple Bottoms, the Red Monkey, the everything that I know with fashion, did you create them or did you collaborate with? I don't know.
Not that much, but close enough.
Yeah, so you know, I'm vegan,
Okay.
and it has there's all synthetic material that's on my feet.
So the 270s are all synthetic material.
Yeah, and it's my favorite, and I got a little endorsement deal with them.
Okay.
So
A Nike deal.
I got a pair of white, red, and black 270s. I've been here since April 25th, and my clothes are going to arrive on Monday. Finally, I've been living out my 2 suitcases, so I'm glad
so
I'm gonna get.
I'm a little nervous because did you put it on a potato truck to get it?
Not so.
somebody's running with it on their back.
Nah. We had to pack the whole crib up. So I was here and my girl was still at
They
home.
found
so
some Mexicans
they had
at the
to pack
local
whole
U-Haul.
crib up
So they packed the whole house up.
in a pod.
Okay.
Oh,
And they
you
gonna
did the pod.
Oh, so
yeah.
then the pod went to Mexico to Chicago.
No, pods take long, man. That's why we didn't do one.
Yeah, it took like 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
the crib just got packed up like 2 weeks ago.
Why the hell does it take a pod 2 weeks? What the fuck?
I ain't
bro?
a millionaire. I can't do it
Put it on the
fast.
back of an 18-wheeler and bring that motherfucker.
No, it
out.
is on an 18-wheeler.
It was one woman that packed the crib up, and then once everything got boxed up, then we ordered the pod to come
Okay.
and get it loaded up.
Oh, so that's why you've been living out your
Look at my
suitcase.
boy. Look at the undisputed lightweight
Whoa.
champ of the
Haney.
world.
So I seen the 270 and I'm like, hold on. You got the Hoochie Daddy shorts on, know what I'm saying? That's a popular thing right there. They call it the Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Always remember, that's a Miami thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you remember.
So what Sprayground got in the shorts? I don't rock the shorts like that.
No, we do have shorts. We have board shorts.
Okay.
Like we have board shorts that are swimming trunks.
Board shorts.
Board shorts.
Okay, yeah.
They the same length. You know, you gonna show some thigh.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
They call it Hoochie Daddy shorts. now.
Hoochie Daddy. Yeah, I did see something on social media.
That's
talking-
like it's popping right now.
Right,
That
but-
if you hashtag it, it's popping.
So maybe I gotta
Bruh,
take a
I've
picture.
never
before.
considered a briefcase until looking at this shit.
Oh, you gotta-
what am I gonna do with a briefcase? But look at this.
Oh yeah. That's.
I know what you would do with a briefcase. Put
Look at
weed
the
in
whole
it.
line. Look at the whole line.
Yes, that was one of my favorites, and we dropped it last year.
Everything got to start. Y'all sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trap closed.
that's Nah, you
This-
got it.
I love the satchels though.
Right, so that's the Monte Carlo. That's our version of.
Oh, this is what that's called.
Yeah, it's called the Monte Carlo. And then I think I sent you. Did I send you a tote? I think I sent you a tote. Yeah.
Like this?
No.
Like this?
Yeah. Didn't want to.
I want to say that's what I was asking you. Is this turquoise one a beach bag?
Oh,
What's the name of the turquoise line?
Magic City?
Magic City.
I know. People hear Magic City. Yeah. It's the stripper bag, baby.
Shout out Atlanta once again. And shout out Birmingham, Magic City.
Oh, you talking about this one? No, this is not what I mean.
Which one? Let me see.
But you did send something like this. Let me get a screen share.
Yeah, but didn't I send you the tote to that?
Yeah, but that would be this though, right?
No, that's the mini duffel. I sent you a tote. I think I sent you a tote to that.
Right there to the left, the third one from the left on the middle row.
This?
Nope, that's still a mini duffel.
That's another duffel.
Yeah, I don't think they have the tote up there. No, they don't have the tote up there. If you put Magic City tote, it might pop up.
Because the one I'm thinking about is that turquoise one.
Oh, is it the blue with the brown?
It's turquoise with brown handles.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
What's the name of that one?
you got me there.
Ah,
We got a lot of names.
I bet.
But so maybe 3 years ago, right before COVID, we started making totes. And we made them for the beach, for the women, you know, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, we start seeing big linemen
Carrying the tote.
carrying a tote. I'm like, what do you got in that bag? He said, man,
What do you got in that
He said
bag?
it fit my shoes. I was like, what the? And it became now it's a unisex tote.
But wait, so what? They put their sneakers in there and walk in slippers?
They come in there with their slippers on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Especially like, you know,
Yeah, if you a football player or a basketball, you don't want to carry your shoes. You know what I'm saying?
so they was throwing them in the totes. And they didn't want to throw them in the duffels because they had their clothes in the duffels.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. And now we got these big 300-pound guys carrying totes. So now everybody can carry a tote.
It's 2022, bro. Who?
But I
them
tell
what
everybody.
you see.
So the mini duffels we made primarily when we started making mini duffels for females. Oh yeah, they're gonna go off. You'll see me do my.
Hey, so you on a TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was our fun. That was fun time. But
I want to know what's this bear about. Look at this bear before it go. Hurry.
okay, so that's my alter ego. So the bear has tattoos.
Yeah, it's a TikTok, so it goes by.
Yeah. So the bear. So we make every bear is only 350 of them. So it's a collector by itself. That's all we make in the world is 350 of them.
Mm.
And it's very hard for anybody to say they have the full collection. Maybe one or two people have the full collection, and we know a kid in Toronto has it, but maybe that's about it. Other than like one of our guys that might have the full collection. Well, David, you saw dancing; he has the full collection. I don't even have the full bear collection because I only pick and choose which ones I want. But it's in likeness of me. That became my alter ego for the brand.
So we got people that may have just tuned in, and it's actually good because you've already spoke about it. But he said, has Bape sued you guys yet? And I know you touched on it earlier.
So Bape can't sue us because we have a shark mouth and they have a joker mouth. And we did, if you Google, since they're on live, we gave Bape their first collab. So no, they can't sue us.
So y'all have always been friends.
We've always
basically.
been friends. Yeah.
Damn, I can't find it. Where's it at, Bo? What page is it at? Because he said Google.
Go to this screen share before it goes.
Even Google?
Go.
Google that
Ah,
shit.
damn, it went away. Let me get back out. Look, yo, what is this?
So that is the global traveler for AI. So that's our collection that we do for Africa, where we donate the proceeds of the bag to different villages and places in Africa to raise money every year.
You said for AI.
It's called African Intelligence, so it's just the AI division. Yeah, that's some of my modeling days, you know. By the way, when you saw that picture, I had just fell off a horse. So that horse that I was
that
on,
photo shoot from the horse?
yeah, yeah, that was a little painful.
Yo, that's crazy. One of our listeners said, as a single dad, I pack up a tote to the beach with the kids. A Walmart one, though.
That's it.
Get you a Sprayground.
Yeah,
Louis.
because they just as affordable. That's
Yeah.
the
Right.
oh. Is this the white bag story? I know
see.
you got a white bag story I'm trying to get to.
There you go.
That's definitely a tote, ain't it?
No, that's definitely a mini duffel that
A mini duffel. Okay.
yeah, that
Back up
off
again. So I
that
can see
Louis
who that
Vuitton.
was. Don't tell me who. I just want to back up.
You trying to figure out who that is?
Yeah.
He's a Latin artist.
Nengo Flow.
There you go.
Go flow.
My little brother. He has the movement of no other. And he probably smoked majority of people under the table. But yeah, that
So wait, so this is a Sprayground too? What you got?
that is a Sprayground that I have. That is a crossover clutch. And we made it unisex because most people would think that would be something a girl would carry. And you see on the top of it, it does have a part that she can carry, slide her hand through it and make it a clutch. But we put a strap on it so the guys can carry it.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for your money and everything when you're out and about. Yeah.
So what's the story behind that
Yeah,
bag?
what's the story behind the white bag?
So we did that white bag, one of our good competitors wanted to do it too.
It look like you won by the picture anyway. But
Huh?
Look like you won, but
But nah, so we got into a lawsuit with our familiar brand that has the checker print because they wanted to do the same bag after we did it. And like you say, two things can coexist, but you gotta respect everybody's space. So they lost that one, and we won.
man, you like 100 and what you 54 and 0 with 37 KOs from the sounds of it.
I got a couple. I had a couple of duds.
Right.
I had a couple of duds that I don't like to think about them, but that I had them. You know, because somebody sold me a dream and told me that, you know, yo, I just made the best thing since sliced bread. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. And then all I did is end up buying them a car. So it's a good thing. But yeah, like, and I just realized that, you know, one of a great boxer wore varsity in his prime out of New York. Zab Judah.
Oh, Zab.
I was gonna say during that time, Zab.
Zab was the man.
Shout out to Soup.
That's it. Showed New York City what a Maybach looked like.
You know, it's crazy because while you guys were at Hardin, I did the Daniel Dubois fight chat, and George joined me, and you know, we were waiting on the fight, and he brings up Devin Haney, and you know, that's Zab's godson.
Right.
So he's the one that put me in my first Maybach.
Okay.
And it's just funny, you know, how everything, you know, transpired. Because George actually was like, oh, so it was the Maybach he pulled up in? I'm like, no, it was the Maybach before that.
Yeah.
He's on this, that I know of, on his second. So it was a Maybach before that.
Yeah, nah, Zab is a great fighter. And, you know.
I wanted to, go ahead, I'm sorry.
You know, you got to give him his flowers right now.
Absolutely.
This is crazy. So doesn't this bag look familiar?
That's the bag when they were sitting at the table anyway.
No, but you don't. That pattern, this style doesn't seem familiar to you.
Like the seats in the car.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I don't.
Louis just dropped a collection like that, right? With the colored bags like that. Okay.
But we did it first.
I know, because this is like,
Last Christmas.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is a throwback post.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about.
How you know Louis just dropped a? You know what I'm saying? You be up on it like that?
Bro, you know these girls, they be posting bags. And I ain't gonna lie, I swear to, I'm not even gonna
How many
bullshit
bags you
you.
done bought?
I just bought one a day. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. I just bought
For
one
a
a
girl?
Day. Yeah, but nah.
You don't even got a girl.
Nah,
He been
yeah.
texting you. He been texting for 3 months now.
Nah, it was my sister. But
that's
nah,
love, bro.
she my boy, he into resale and shit. So, you know, they had a bag that she wanted. So
Got it for her. That's nice, brother.
you know. She don't really be asking for shit, so
There you go.
you gotta do what you gotta
You say
do
that every time
sometimes.
you give her something else.
Nah, bro, I
Cause
swear
I
to God.
heard you say that.
Yeah,
like
didn't you give her a
5
limo the
times.
other day?
Look. So she was supposed to have her quinceañera last year, but then the pandemic fucked it up. So this year we're like, you know, Sweet 16, but we've been planning it since last year.
Okay.
So I get out the military. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna have, because the military has stopped me from a lot of, you know, family things and shit. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't got no excuses.
They said good save, Danny.
And,
LOL.
and then I start working with this guy, and you know, I wasn't able to make the trip out there, so she just wanted a car. So she didn't even ask me for what I got her. She asked me, she's like, yeah, I just want a limo to pull up in. My boy got a car, you know, exotic car service in Chicago. So instead of the limo, I'm gonna get you the Rolls to pull up in, you know.
Okay. That's
know.
that.
But when I say she don't ever ask for shit, I'm talking my sister's 16. What 16-year-old girl these days, you know, don't ask for shit? Straight A student, come on, man. She asked me a bag that, man, come on.
Wow,
I ain't say it's bad,
I'm
babe.
going
I
through
said
your
that's love, bro.
Instagram.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about somebody I saw on your Instagram.
You have an interesting life, man. It's crazy.
Just because of who you are in the fashion world and, you know, what you do, I wanted to ask about somebody I saw on there. Who could you think in the fashion world you got a picture with on your Instagram?
Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan.
So me and Dapper have a two-part relationship. So when Dap was in his peak, and not Dapper Dan the Gucci, but Dapper Dan when he was making custom jackets and everything in Harlem.
This was before he got sued and everything, right?
This was during that era. This is with the Mike Tyson, everybody coming.
So at his prime.
At his prime. And I was a young man in the street. And right before I took a little vacation, Dap did my car, a jacket, sweatsuit, but I went on the run before I got to get it. It's paid for.
Was the car a Nissan or a BMW?
It was actually a 190E Mercedes, because
Okay.
that
was all that type of stuff with the BBSs and all that was cool back then.
And when I came home at that time, that was on the run, because that was on the run for over 15 years. He was still doing his stuff, and they were trying to catch him. His wife reached out and told me, "I still got your car in the garage. You want to come get it?" And I'm like, "Car in the garage?" She was like, "Yeah, you paid for it. We just put it in the garage." So in February of this year, Dapper Dan came out to the Magic Show, and he was a guest speaker. And they brought him to our section. And, Dapper's standoffish, very standoffish. And, you take the pictures and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I didn't see him coming. He tells the security, "Take me to him right there." So all of a sudden, everybody's wondering, like, well, who is he going to? So he comes over, walks to me, hugs me. He says, "I haven't seen you in 25 years. I was like, "I know, it's been a long time." He said, "You still got that car?" I said, "Yeah, it's in the basement." He said, "I want to take a photo shoot with that car." Because he says the jacket, I told him I never put it on because it was outdated by the time I came home. But the moral behind it, we was laughing. He was like, out of all people, they say in that room, and you got thousands of brands at the Magic Show. He said, this guy came up and hugged you like you was the long lost brother that he never had. And I tell him that, Dap remembered me from the streets, and now we're both doing the same thing. And he got his flowers because Gucci was trying to sue him. Louis was trying to sue him. Everybody. Because he made them popular in the street.
And now they're using his shit.
Then now they're using his stuff to but he's getting paid.
So of course. Right. Of course. But I'm just saying, the fact that he went on the run because of these lawsuits and the fact that these companies were coming after him. And now to see him, I wouldn't even say I met him because we had zero interaction, but when Devin fought in New York, Dapper did his shit.
Okay.
And he did it for a couple fights. And so I got to be in his presence. But that was it. Like, not a word exchange, nothing.
He doesn't talk. He's from the old school.
And it was just one of those moments that it's like I'm fortunate to be in a room with a living legend for sure.
No. You can't take, every brand has taken a little bit of his style and tweaked it. He was urban fashion. And when he did something for you, he put that seal of approval on it. And you knew you were making money. That was the thing. If you had a real Dap jacket on, it wasn't a $200 jacket that you was wearing.
Mm-hmm. I got to ask you, I literally in my head before you said that, that's what I was thinking. What was a Dapper fit costing you back in the day? Like when you got that jacket made, I mean, if you could remember, I'm sure it was a long time ago.
Around $8,000.
And what year was this?
87.
At that time, 8,000 on a
coat,
on a jacket.
Yeah.
The game was wide open then, though, so it was a lot of money moving around back then.
Nah, but I'm just saying.
There's a lot of money
They asking if you ever met Mike Tyson.
Yes, I have.
Of course he has.
Yes. I met Mike several times. We partied. When Mike lived out here in Las Vegas, I got to meet Mike Tigers. Never wanted to meet them again.
Damn.
Because they only respected him. Everybody else was lunch meat. But yes, I have met Mike Tyson. Interesting character. That's all you can say about him. He's an interesting character, but he did what he was supposed to do in in the boxing world. Just wish he would have went out in a different way, you know.
He's still in. Well,
No,
not in the boxing world.
in the boxing world, I felt that
yeah.
if he had his original team, he would have been the best boxer in history. Like we got to say Floyd is the best boxer. He has the best record. But I know Mike Tyson would have had at least 60 knockouts. But no, he's still great. Oh,
With them jewels.
Yeah.
Devin Haney got the jewels on ESPN right now. They about to do a short interview with him.
See, that
Look
was a
like-
dapper jacket thing
Yeah.
to show that Gucci. That was the one. That was the one in New York that I was there for.
okay.
He did the one. Not that.
So he has all the titles.
Yes, now he does. Yes,
As of last weekend.
As of last weekend, yes, sir.
And what's his weight class?
Lightweight 135. So the last person to do it, Sweet P.
Yeah. Think I could take him? So he has all. So now, what does that make him? He has to go up in weight class now?
No, I mean there's other guys for him to fight
Defend,
there.
you know what I'm saying? Defend your titles.
Javante Davis, Tank is there at lightweight.
Oh, but hold on, wait. But Tank has some belts.
Ah,
So I'm trying to figure that out. So if he has all, if
As
he
of
has,
today, I think Devin Haney might have said, throw that belt in the trash.
oh really? He told that to
Yeah.
Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't tell it. Well, somebody asked him a question about the belt that Tank has. He said, yeah, that's trash, or throw it in the trash, or something like that.
but isn't that like a high belt that Tank just got?
Nah, it's
Oh.
not higher than Devin's.
So Devin has the
The belt.
All the highest of all the belts.
and how many
At that
and how
division.
many high belts are there?
4,
Okay.
and Devin has all 4. So what happens is like every like we're gonna use your term, high belt has like a junior belt under.
Okay.
It's a regular and a super.
Okay.
It's
so
the true term, regular and super. So Tank is regular.
Devin is a super.
Okay, so he pound for pound, he's the best, and
Everything you saying
Well,
is like,
now you changing the conversation. Now you changing the conversation because that's how boxing works. You say pound for pound, now you bringing Tank back
Don't even
into
say
the
that on this
conversation.
show, because now like 500 more people gonna come in. They're gonna start attacking him. Gonna attack him.
No, this- I'm
Attacking
just-
it since sweet old me.
So pound for pound is subjective, right?
Yeah.
People certain in its original form, it was because obviously you got the heavyweights. So it's like, how can a guy like Floyd, who started his career at 130?
Wait. So K is in his corner, but he wasn't in Puerto Rico.
No, I mean,
He wasn't in the gym though. So maybe you think he was?
Nah, he been up there for at least a week anyways.
so
Oh,
what?
so they about to
Yeah.
fight? No.
No,
Oh,
that
they-
was a recap.
This is the fight that took place in Australia when Devin captured. all
So
the
Devin
belts.
only had one of the belts, and then the Australian had the other 3. So he went out there and beat him in his home.
Okay.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1,000,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 1,000,000. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.